I'm going to talk about renting an apartment in Istanbul. Obviously, that's our current situation. We are moving out and from our current house, and we've been living here for 2 years. But based on some difficulties we've been through in this house, we decided to move out. And the main reason that actually we decided to move out is the fact that there is 2 bars downstairs. I mean, one just in our building and the other one in our opposite building. And the noise and the smoke became a really huge deal and problem for us. So anyway, let's talk about how to rent an apartment in Istanbul. The main focus of this video is for people who want to live in Istanbul or like Turkey. I'm talking about Istanbul specifically, for a long term, not a short period of time. One of the very reliable way of finding an apartment to rent is this website called Sahibinden. It is a really famous website in Turkey. So I'm gonna show you how to use this website. They also have this application for iOS and Android you can use. But there might be a problem for you using the application because it's all in Turkish. But when you use it on your computer, you have some browsers like Google Chrome that you can, get it translated to English. So I'm gonna show you how to use the website and all the features and everything that's available there. So in the address bar, we write sahibinden.com. And I put a /en for get the site translated in English. As you can see, there are many services you can get from this website, from real estate to vehicles and shopping secondhand and new products. But today I'm going to just talk about this part, real estate. I click on it and I get this bar here. I put this on for rent. I don't change residential. And for city, I put it on Istanbul. For town or county or district, I put it on Kadıköy, for example, and street. I put it on Bahariye, Caddebostan, and Jafara. These are some neighborhoods that I know. So here you also you can put a limitation on your budget, the minimum and the maximum budget you have. I don't change it right now. And here you have a number of bedrooms of the apartment. For example, you can put it on 2+1, 1+1, studio, and whatever. So more options and more filters here. Here we have a size of the house. You can put it there. The age of building might be important for you. The floor number, which floor actually the apartment is located in, might be really important. Which is maybe it's in garden floor or whatever. Here you have a number of floors in general. I mean, how many floors the building has in general, the number of bathroom, and whether it's furnished or not, which is a really important
filter for me, because I want it furnished and I want to see the ads that the apartments are furnished actually. And user status is actually is about whether the apartment is empty or is rented out to someone currently. And from is about from who you want to rent this apartment. For me, I want to put it on the owner, because I want to rent it from the owner, not the real estate agency. And also you have other options like transportation, which means where is the closest public transportation you can get, and photos and videos, if the ad has photos and videos of the apartment, which might be important for you. So we click on search, and here is the result of properties based on the filters we chose. And here also you get more options, more filters. For example, here you can change the currency. You can put it on US dollars or euros or whatever you like. Here is the list. And some of them, as you can see, have photos, but some they don't have any. For example, I click on this. Here is the detail information about the house, the size, the number of rooms, age of building, heating system, deposit, which is 15,000. I guess it's just 1 month of rent. If I'm not mistaken, yes. And dues is actually the amount of money you pay for the services, like cleaning service for the public areas and stuff. From, as you can see, is from the owner. And when we scroll down, we come to this add detail. There is more detail about the apartment. You can get it translated in English, And again, we scroll down and we get more features about the house, So here we can click on location, and we can see the location on the map. We can zoom in and you learn about the location. So that was Sahibinden.
So now that we learned everything about Sahibinden, I assume you learned. So let's imagine you liked an apartment, you went and visited the apartment, and you want to rent it. Okay, what you need to know actually is in Turkey you need a guarantor, someone who can guarantee that you're going to pay the rent and everything. You're not going to damage the house and all this. Okay, who this guarantor can be? The guarantor should be a Turkish citizen. In most cases the owner asks you to bring someone while signing a contract who is a Turkish citizen, who can guarantee that you are a reliable person, and everything. One thing you need to know that if you rent an apartment through a third party, which the realtor or real estate agent or whatever, you need to know they ask for commission, and okay, how much is the commission, and how much is the norm of the commission that they might ask for? It's 1 month rent. Okay, so they ask for 1 month of the rent, which is sometimes it might seem a little bit unfair, because you're like, oh hey, I have to give this 1 month rent to this person. Why? The second thing you need to know is that when you sign a contract, besides paying the commission to the realtor, you need to pay, the norm is 2 months rent as a deposit, to your owner, plus 1 month of the rent ahead. So imagine you're renting an apartment on 1st October, so you pay 2 months as deposit, okay, plus 1 month rent for October. So you might ask, how does the contract look like? It actually looks like this. You can find this piece of paper, but the blank one, from any stationery store in Istanbul. There are sections that your owner will fill out, like the address and everything. If you rent the apartment furnished, okay, and there is this part that they write down everything about the furniture, what the house consists of and everything. And there are some rules and laws here, and they will write the deposit, the amount of deposit you paid, and the monthly rent and everything. And if there is any note or everything or anything you want to be added here, you will ask and you negotiate with your owner, and then if they agree, you can add it here. For example, this new apartment that we are actually renting is the bills included. But in this paper, there is this rule which mentions that bills and everything is paying the bills and everything is by the tenant, okay? But then we changed it in our new contract. We changed it because it was bills included. So if you wanted to sign a contract with your owner and without any third party involved, without any realtor involved, which is my recommendation, guys, please focus on houses that you can rent from the owner. It's much easier. There is not that much of headache, because renting an apartment is already a headache. Why would you make more trouble for yourself through another person? There will be no commission, and there will be not that much of trouble, because then you say something to the realtor, you have to wait for it to convey this to the owner, and it takes time and energy and everything. So why? Just do it yourself. One of the other options that you guys have is Airbnb. I'll show you this platform. We can check it out together. We type Airbnb here, and then it's the website. I put Istanbul, Turkey as my location, and then check-in and check-out time, and then the number of guests, which I put in 2, and then I search. Here you get the list, and then also another filter. I put it on entire place. I choose the type of place, entire place, because I don't want to share it with anybody, and I don't want a hotel room or anything. So here I get a list of entire places available in Istanbul, and in this part you see the map,
and as you zoom in, the result actually changes based on the area that you actually zoomed in. For example, in the Asian side, as I zoom in, I can get more, detailed location based on what I want actually. So here there's more filters like the facilities and property type and house rules, whether it's pets allowed or smoking allowed. And here the number of bedrooms, for example, I put it on 3, and then here is the result of my search. So I click on this one, and then you can see the photos and all the information about the house. And in this part, you can see what this place actually offers you and the reviews about the house and the host. Here, the approximate location. And then what I do is actually I scroll down to here and I click on contact host, and then I write a message for him or her and ask whether the place is available for a regular contract for a year or so. And through this platform I can interact and communicate with the owner and see if it's available. So that was Airbnb.
We actually rented a new apartment from Airbnb, honestly. But why did we do this? Because of the fact that we just got a little bit disappointed finding a good apartment furnished. One of the reasons that we went through some hardships finding an apartment this time, and the other time, is the fact that we want an apartment furnished, and it's a little bit hard. Not so hard, because the price goes higher when you want the house furnished. So this time I myself found some apartments that we liked, and their features somehow matched our criteria. So I contacted the hosts there, and I asked them if they can rent this apartment on a yearly, annual contract with us. Most of them declined, but eventually we found this person who agreed on renting her apartment to us on a regular contract. You need to be really careful of this, because especially if you are going to apply for residence permit here, you need to have a contract and you need to have it notarized by an approved notary in Turkey, in Istanbul, or wherever you live in Turkey. So Airbnb is another option for you, which can be a little bit more pricey than the norm. One of the other websites that you can look for an apartment is Hepsiemlak. Hepsiemlak is like a huge archive for all the properties around Turkey. If you want to sell, or if you want to buy, if you want to rent, an apartment, that can be a great resource for you to look and to find what you want. So I'm gonna show you how that works.
This part is actually about Hepsiemlak. You click on for rent, and then here in this side you put the location actually you want. For example, I put it again on Kadıköy, I search, and then I choose the neighborhood in this part. So, and you also get to choose the housing type, whether it's apartment or a detached house or a villa. So, and the price and the size of your house, and again, the number of rooms and hall. So, like I put it on 3+1, the age of building, and all the other thing. And here I turn this option on, the furnished option on, and I want it with the elevator and also with balcony. So I search, and what I get is actually this house. So I click on that, and I get the information about the ad from, everything I need to know. And here again is a ad description, and again here the deposit and the dues, and all I need to know is actually here. And the state of building is actually second hand, so it's not a new apartment. So that was Hepsiemlak.
Okay, so there are a few tips that you need to pay attention to while renting an apartment in Istanbul. You need to be really careful about the fact that you're renting that apartment, that a specific apartment you want to, from the main owner, because sometimes some tenants here are intending to rent the apartment that actually they rented they want to rent it out to other people. But if you are applying for residence permit specifically, you need to really make sure that this apartment is actually for that main owner, and you're renting it from the main owner. So you need to be careful of this. The second thing that you need to ask in advance from your owner is the fact that if you're allowed to take charge and put your name in one of the bills or not. Because if you are applying for residence permit, you need to prove that you're living in that location that you're applying on. So for that matter, you need to put your name on one of the bills. You need to go to this office called Nüfus, and in this office what you do is actually confirm and prove that you live in that address which is written on your contract. And how would you approve it is putting your name on a bill. And when you ask this in advance from your from the owner, that's really helpful, because for that matter you actually need this earthquake insurance number. Then when you go to like either electricity or water or gas office, and then you ask to put your name on the bill, they ask this number from you, and it's really, it's required. So you need to give them the number, the insurance number, and then they put your name on the bills. And one bill is enough. You don't have to put your name on all the bills. Third thing that you better pay attention to is keep these two wide open while visiting an apartment. Don't get overexcited just like us, because when we found this apartment we were on the moon. We're like, we found our apartment. We didn't even notice, hey, there's a bar downstairs and they're gonna. So especially if you're a foreigner living abroad, like anywhere, you need to keep your eyes like this open while visiting everything. I'm not saying you should be picky, you should pick on everything, there's a stain on a wall or this and that, but you need to think about your criteria, and if they really matches all the features in the house and everything, or most things in the house, not all, because because you're not perfectionist. You shouldn't be. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Please comment on this video about renting an apartment, any other way about how to rent an apartment in Turkey, in Istanbul specifically, and tell me about your travels while renting an apartment in Istanbul. That will be kind of a relief for me. Thank you.